Hey everybody, it's Lo. Welcome back to my channel, Lo Without Limits. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a low-carb, gluten-free brownie. So if you want to see that, then just keep watching. Alright, so this recipe is delicious, low carb, and gluten free, and the reason I'm calling it low carb instead of keto is because I did the math with all of the ingredients that I have and what I use to make these brownies, and the total net carbs of everything that I use is about 84 grams of net carbs. And I divided that up. I'm going to be using this 8x8 baking pan. So I divided that up by 16 because in this pan you're going to get about 16 2x2 inch brownies. So with 16 servings of 84 net carbs, that comes out to a little under 6 net carbs per serving, which is low carb, but I wouldn't necessarily call it keto given the size of it, just in case you're not paying too much attention to everything else that you're eating in the day. But it is super low carb, and there is one way to make it even lower carb and to make it keto if you want to. I won't be doing that for this video because I don't have enough of the ingredients. For this, I'm going to be using coconut sugar. So this actually contributes to 42 of the net carbs that go into that 84 net carbs that I got the total net carbs per serving for. But if you have something like an sugar alternative like stevia, monk fruit, xylitol, all of that has 0 carbs. So if you replace the coconut sugar with a sugar-free sweetener like this, it will be about a little over 40 net carbs for those 16 servings, making it under 3 net carbs per serving. So if you did do that option, it would become a keto option given the size and given the net carbs. But I'm not doing that mostly because I don't have enough of this to do it. And if you saw my coconut cluster video, you also know that they are in individual packets, and I just really don't want to do that this time for the brownies. And I also went to the grocery store last night hoping maybe I can find a bit more of this. Still things are locked down, but I was like, okay, where's all the sugar-free sweetener? So I didn't get any more of this. So for that, I will be using coconut sugar, again, making it low carb, but not necessarily keto. With that little low carb disclaimer, let's get right into it. Again, this is delicious and gluten free. I will be making it dairy free by using coconut oil, but if you are fine with dairy, then you can use butter. An unsalted butter works perfectly. And this isn't vegan because I will be using eggs. I haven't tried it with flax eggs personally. I don't do well with flax eggs. I don't think I do them properly. So I've never really used flax eggs in any of my baking, but if you are vegan and you want to try it out and you are confident in your flax egg making skills, then definitely give that a shot and let me know how it is, and maybe I will try that out the next time I make these brownies. But the first thing that we're going to do is mix all of our dry ingredients into our bowl. And let's start off with a cup of almond flour. And this almond flour is the almond flour that I always use. Is the Bob's Red Mill super fine almond flour. So you can find this at almost every single grocery store. So I use it in almost all of my baking. And for this, each serving is 2 tablespoons, and a serving has 4 net carbs. So this is also one of the, besides the coconut sugar, one of the contributors to the net carbs of the whole pan of brownies. So because of that, so 2 cup, which is what I just used, is 16 tablespoons. So basically it would be 8 servings since this is 2 tablespoons. So 8 times the 4 net carbs is 32. So this alone is 32 net carbs going into the whole pan. So next I'm going to be going in with some cocoa powder because they're brownies, so they gotta be chocolatey. So this is Dagoba cocoa powder. If you saw a pretty long time ago, I did like a 5 quick easy gluten-free snacks video, and I made a chocolate mug cake. That is not keto because I do have 2 tablespoons of maple syrup in that. So this is the cocoa powder that I used for that. And for this, there are 3 grams of carbs and 2 grams of fiber per serving. And a serving is 1 tablespoon. So it's 1 net carb per tablespoon. For this, I'm going to do about a 1/3 cup. So that's about 7-ish tablespoons. So then this will be 7 net carbs for the entire pan of brownies. So this is the 7 plus the 32 from the almond flour. That's at 39 net carbs for the entire pan, which again, if you were to add in a sugar-free sweetener, it would only be that 39 net carbs for the entire pan. But because I am using the coconut sugar, it was going to be more for my my brownies right now. So again, I'm gonna do a 1/3 cup of that. Now I'm just gonna do a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt, but I also don't really measure the salt, so I'm just gonna eyeball that part. I like salty brownies. I like salt and chocolate. I feel like they go very well together, so that was probably a little bit more. And now I'm going to do the 2/3 cup of the coconut sugar. So again, this is what's contributing to a lot of the net carbs for the entire pan, but if you do substitute it with a sugar-free sweetener, again, 2/3 cups does work. That's how I've made it before, but for this one, I'm gonna go in with the coconut sugar, which is the perfect amount of what I had left. Didn't realize I was almost out of that. Now I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together so they are well combined. You wanna make sure that the almond flour doesn't have any lumps because it does get lumpy sometimes. Now that all the dry ingredients are pretty well mixed together in classic Low Without Limits fashion, I forgot to preheat the oven. So I'm gonna do that before I mix in all the wet ingredients. I'm gonna put it to 350 degrees. Now I'm gonna add in some vanilla extract. Just gonna kind of eyeball that too. Gonna crack in 2 eggs. And about a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. So I'm going to measure that out in the little measuring cup and then microwave it because it's just so much easier to mix microwaved. And mix it all together. Again, you wanna make sure there's no lumps and clumps. I'm gonna do a little splash of almond milk in there just to make it not as thick, just a quick little splash. Some unsweetened original almond milk. And I'm just gonna keep mixing it and getting those clumps out until the oven is done preheating. Can't mix it too much. I mean, maybe you can, I'm not that great of a baker. I haven't tried too many things. Do a little taste test. Wow. I'm going to start putting it into the pan. This is just an 8x8 little pan. I think I got it at like Michael's or something. I needed a pan. And I was at Michael's for work and I bought the pan there. Weird place to buy a pan, but I'm pretty sure that's where I bought it. When you were a kid and your mom made cakes, did you ever like hope that a lot of the batter did not make it into the pan? That way you have more to lick after, because I always did. I was always like, no, like you don't have to fill the pan up. Or did you always like the bowl or the mixer? Like when the whisks on the mixer had a lot of batter? Oof. That was my favorite because there was always just like so much left in there and you had to like stick your tongue in and get it all. Oh, the best. No, I never hit start. Okay, well, the oven did not start preheating because I just hit bake. I didn't hit start, so I'll be back when it's hot. 350 degrees, people. I'm having lunch. All right, the oven has gone off. Again, 350 degrees. I think I need to get like turn the oven on tattooed on my forehead, so every time I'm making a video I see something weird in the viewfinder and I'm like, oh, it says turn the oven on. So I don't know. Anyway, it's preheated now, so I'm gonna put it in there and I'm gonna set the timer for 20 minutes. All right, it's been a little over 20 minutes. I'm going to take it out, put a toothpick in it and just check. So if it comes out a little moist, stick it in there a little bit longer, but we will see. So pretty. Ooh. And she's looking good. Wow. Wow, I'm like sad I poked it because now I don't know if you can tell. I don't know, I'm gonna touch a hot pan, Lauren, don't do that. But it's so pretty and I just poked it. And now it has a hole. It looks like it has a little belly button piercing. But I'm gonna poke it again just to make sure. Yep, she's looking good. And you know, I'm just gonna do that. Oh my god, now it looks actually terrifying. I made it terrifying. All right, so now the toughest part of all is letting it cool. I'm gonna let it cool for 10 minutes. I think I can do 10 minutes. I think I have that in me. I realized for this video, I have like a little boom mic that I put on top of my camera, have it on the camera, didn't plug it in. So if the audio is a little like not amazing, that's why, but hopefully it's still good. It's a good camera. I just like having that to make it better. But I waited. I was patient and I'm gonna give it a little try now. Look at that. It has a little smiley face. That's all creepy. And now I'm gonna take a little piece. I'm gonna take this little corner piece here. It's so good. And before my battery dies, I must say, Again, low carb, you can even make it keto by replacing the coconut sugar. I made it dairy free by using coconut oil, but you can use butter. And again, I haven't made it vegan personally, but if you want to make flax eggs with it instead of regular eggs, you can even make it vegan. Let me know how that is. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite low carb gluten-free snacks are and what you want to see more of on my channel. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe. I upload a new video every Wednesday. So until the next one, thanks for watching.